Okay, so we'll try again. When we started, people had said that the hundreds chart was their only tool and real way of working to count. But in fact, when I saw you counting today, some of you use the hundreds chart, but many of you use different tools or strategies to count. How did people count? What did you do, Dana?
With me and Talia, we just counted by tens. We didn't use the chart. We did look at the numbers. And if I got stuck, Dana would point with her pencil at the number.
That was, and you know what I really liked about what you two did? Not only did you count by it, but I noticed after every group of 10, what did you do on your paper?
We wrote the number.
Why did you do that?
Because it goes in order, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 60,
50, 60, 70.
80, 90, 100.
But
And then 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 102.
two, well, would it be 102? Or after one whole 100, you would get up to?
200.
And then you would, what would you end up with then after that?
300.
And then?
400.
And then?
500.
And then 700, 900, and then eventually 1,000.
1,000.
Now, Dana,
And we got 100 and 210.
and you know what? You writing it down, though, helped in another way. I don't even know if you realized that at the time, but it seemed to be a really smart strategy that I hadn't thought of before. How did writing it down after every group of 10 seem to help? Does anyone know how it might have seemed to help after she wrote it down after every group of 10?
Because then it would be like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
But she could have written it down at the end. Why did writing it down after each group, why was that a smart idea? What might that have helped her with? Like, I could have counted all their groups on the carpet at the end, but they didn't count them at the end. They counted it after every group of 10. Why was that a good strategy?
Because if you don't even have numbers, they won't see it.
Okay, but they could have put the numbers down at the very end. Why was it a good strategy to write the numbers down after they counted each group of 10?
Because we did good because we were like counting in tens, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So we did like 10.
Right. Okay, but Dana, I'm going to stop for a second because I know you did that way, but why was it a smart idea for you to write it down after you had counted each group of 10? Why not just write the numbers at the end?
Because of our paper.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It should be at the front there, in there somewhere, but okay, but Dana, why would it have helped to write it down at the beginning and not just at the end?
Because when you do it at the beginning, like you do 10, 20, because that's good. When you start with 1.
Right, but I could have done it like, Dana, I could have done it like this. I could have looked at all your piles on the floor, and at the very end, I could have done this. I could have written 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and I could have just counted them. But you didn't do that. You counted your group of 10, and after you counted it, you wrote down 10. Then they counted another group of 10, and they wrote down 20. Then they counted another group of 10, and they wrote down
30.
Then they counted another group of 10, and they wrote down
40.
Why was it smart? Why might it have helped to do it this way instead of counting it at the end? What did they help do? fact, I know Natalia did it. Because Natalia, when I came over, what did I tell you was on the floor? Do you remember? You had 180 down. But I thought there was
90.
But when I asked you that question, if there was 190, and you had said it, you said to me, well, no, Miss Dunster, I don't think there is, because if there was, I would have what?
Put it down.
But you didn't have it down. So writing it as they went meant that they could keep track. And I saw lots of groups document at the end, but I didn't see any groups document at the beginning except for them. And they didn't just document at the beginning, they documented as they were going so they didn't lose track.
She's full.
What? Yes.